Okay, so on to the second part of the agenda, which is more about Market Center. My name is Kristen Mitchell. I'm the Executive Director of the Market Center Merchants Association, and I just wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight. I can't tell you how pleased I am to see all of your faces here. I see a wide variety of business owners, residential property managers, people from the city. It's wonderful. So thank you all for coming. In particular, I also do need to acknowledge two elected officials who walked in just shortly after Steve spoke. So Councilman Costello is here, as is Delegate Antonio Hayes. Thank you for joining us. Also, a special thank you to Catholic Relief Services for hosting us tonight, and for our small committee that put tonight together, and that is Dave Wren, Jason Sullivan, Scott Garfield. Am I missing somebody? I think that's it. Okay. So, just very briefly, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Okay, for those of you who may not know, Market Center was established as a retail business district license area in 1983. It is one of these 10 areas in the city. RBDL areas are geographic areas within which businesses pay an annual fee to the city. The city collects the fee and disperses the 97% of the revenues to the local business association to use to enhance the business district. You can see our boundaries up there, not very easy to describe, but roughly Liberty and Cathedral on the east, Franklin on the north, Baltimore on the south, and Paca on the west. The Market Center Merchants Association is the official business association affiliated with this retail business district license area. I am fortunate to work with a wonderful 18-member board of directors, which we'll get to in just a minute, and 4 wonderful committees as well who do help me with the day-to-day work and provide guidance. This is our board. So if you are on the board, I want to take a moment, if you could stand up. All right. It is a pleasure to work with all of you. Just so you know, we have people from businesses, we have people from the University of Maryland, nonprofit organizations, nice variety of people. Though we were established in 1983 for the purposes of brevity, I'm going to focus on recent history. In 2014, the board decided to take sort of a fresh look at how they were doing things, and they hired a team of organizational development and marketing consultants to assess how the business district was working. I'm not going to get into too many details, but I will say that at least one of the consultants is here in the room tonight, Mel Freeman. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So they did a lot of great work. They interviewed a number of the business owners. They looked at branding and marketing opportunities. And in November 2015, the Market Center Merchants Association held a special meeting, I believe it was here in this very room, to release their report. And their report did a number of things. It sort of re-established, recommitted to the vision for the district and the mission for the organization, and it provides a framework for moving forward. This is also when the 4 newly configured committees really kicked off their work, their new work. In September 2016, the board hired me. They were following through on one of the primary recommendations of the consultants, which was to have staff so that we could have feet on the street on a regular basis. And that leads us to where we are today for our annual meeting. Just to restate, the Market Center Merchants Association promotes commerce, retains and attracts businesses, and enhances the residential and consumer experience. Our vision for Market Center, again, this is in that strategy that was released in November 2015, that is, Market Center is a diverse community of commerce, arts, entertainment, and acre institutions. Its location in the heart of downtown is rich with history and landmarks and is home to world-class live theater, the famed Lexington Market, unique small businesses, and major employers. So just very briefly, to give you a quick understanding of who we have in our district. If you look at the roster of businesses on the Retail Business District License Inventory, which is just the first floor businesses in Market Center, 41% of those are in retail, which makes sense. It's everything from flowers to clothes to Urban Outlet, which sells a million different things on Lexington Street. 34% of our businesses fall into the food and accommodations category. Of course, that makes sense, particularly when you think about Lexington Market and all of their vendors and Vernon Marketplace. So we also have a nice variety of personal care services, such as wonderful barber shops, beauty salons, arts, entertainment, and recreation facilities, or cultural venues, and professional services, such as the picture on the right is with HKA Architects. Starting in 2016, we welcomed approximately 22 new businesses to the district. I'm not sure who is exactly the newest, but Rotito's is pretty darn new on Lexington Street, Chef Carter's Kitchen on Liberty Street, also pretty new, and of course La Quinta, which just opened 2 weeks ago. We want to thank these business owners and all of you business owners for your investment in the community. Of course, we can't talk about Market Center without talking about development because we have a lot of opportunity here. Developers in the last year or so have completed 90 apartments, 6,000 square feet of retail, a 42-room hotel, a self-storage facility, and phase 1 of the Lamondo Arts Incubator on Howard Street. Currently under construction, developers are working on 157 apartments, almost 13,000 square feet of more retail space, the phase 2 of the Arts Incubator, and the expansion of the current gallery. We would be remiss if we didn't also mention neighboring development because commerce really knows no boundaries, and if you're developing right outside of our district, it influences us, of course. So quick mention to the 501, which opened in late 2016. It's an apartment building. 2 Hopkins, which is on the southern end of our district, is under construction now and opening any day. It's a major mixed-use project. And we hope to see groundbreaking soon on another major mixed-use project at 325 West Baltimore Street. We have so many assets in this district. It's just a richness of assets, from the businesses who are here now to our location right downtown. We have a great built-in customer base with our residents, the history, the diversity, the arts, you name it. But we have too many gaps in these special things. These gaps are, what Major Jones was just talking about with the drug activity, making it hard to do business on certain blocks. Vacant buildings and vacant lots are also a gap. So we're working with a number of partners, many of whom are here tonight, to try to address those gaps. And in just a minute, you are going to hear from each of our committees with respect to the work that they have done and the work that they expect to be doing in the near future. But just very quickly, I want to give you an idea of the core objectives which are going to be driving our work in the next year. Number 1, we are going to become an even more consistent, visible, and reassuring presence in Market Center so that people know we're paying attention, particularly the business owners, but also the residents. Because without residents, we lose a lot of built-in customers. We want to bolster the constituency for Market Center, and this means reaching out to more and more residential property managers and anchor institutions and more businesses that we haven't even talked to yet, because we can speak with a stronger voice that way. Become a stronger voice for Market Center, I guess that goes without saying. We want to positively influence perceptions of Market Center. As Stephen Wise is always saying, we need to tell the good stories. We're going to work on that. And essentially, we're going to give more people more reasons to come to Market Center, whether it's for an hour, a day, a week, a year, or a lifetime, to fill in those gaps. And just a note on approach, it's one thing to come here and say, oh, we have a new $100 million project coming up, or we have this great new investment. This is a quintessential, grassroots, organic, incremental development revitalization case study here in Market Center. And if we look at each individual investment as contributing to the whole, I think this is the way we're going to be able to sustain it over the long term, rather than looking for a silver bullet. So that's how we are moving forward in the next year, I think. And now I'm going to turn it over, just really quickly, we're going to ask you if you want to join committees, but there are other ways to volunteer too, so get in touch with me if you want. I'm going to turn it over to PC Price with the Clean and